Hi guys. This is my very first live video. I am just gonna wait for some people to come on. If you guys don't come on, then that's fine. I've never filmed a live video before, so I'm a little bit nervous, so please excuse my nerves. And nobody might show up, but I just wanted to film this video and make sure that I got it done because my life is a little bit crazy right now. And oh, I have one person on. This is exciting. Hi, whoever you are. I don't really know how to work this on live and I don't want to mess with anything, but I know that there are questions that some of you have left for me. I'm pulling them up right now as we speak, and I'm just waiting for more people to get on. But I'm so excited that some of you are on already. So just give me a second and I'll be right with you. And I have a like. Thank you for whoever liked this video already. I really appreciate it. Okay. All right, so um, I will let it get to the 2 minute mark and then I'm gonna go because I really don't have a lot of time. But I think what's really beautiful about being live on YouTube is that like we can keep these videos and people can still watch them after I film them, so you can still have all the information there. But yeah, that's good. And I've pulled up a question, and this question is from Ade52286. So I'm gonna answer that question. And I think I had one more that someone sent to me a couple of days back, but I feel like my update for this video is gonna address all that. Okay, so let me get into it really quickly with you guys. Thank you guys for coming to watch this live video. This is my first live, like I've said, never done this before, but I just wanted to make sure I updated you on why I've been gone so long. It's been such a long time since I've been on here, and trust me, I've been itching to keep you guys updated on everything and let you know more about my life in Nigeria and what I've been doing. But well, let me just say that the reason why I've been gone for so long is because I had a baby. I had a beautiful baby boy a couple of months ago, and I love him so much. My husband and I have been very excited to have the new addition to our family. And so the reason why I even took time off of YouTube was because I had a pretty complicated pregnancy, and I just could not balance being on YouTube and filming while dealing with all of that. And in addition to that, I had to travel to have my son. I Since I had a complicated pregnancy, I even had to leave Nigeria really abruptly so that I could get medical treatment here in the US. And yeah, I did that. Went through some trials with my pregnancy and luckily had my son. And I'm going to be here for a little while longer because of everything that went on with that. And I'm going to make a complete video about like my pregnancy story and like what happened with that and why I ultimately left. But to just even give you a quick recap, I just didn't feel comfortable being in Nigeria, like having medical issues. I went to a doctor. The doctor was very dismissive and oh, thank you, Femi or Femk. Thank you so much. I appreciate it for congratulating me. Yeah, so I didn't feel comfortable being with my doctor. And then when I thought about it more and I talked to a few more of my girlfriends who'd had kids, and talking to my husband and my family, the decision that we made was ultimately that I should just come to the US to get treatment and to deliver and do all of that stuff. Plus, my mom is here, my sisters are here, my in laws are here. So I just decided I wanted to be closer to family while dealing with having a baby. Um, And there was somebody who asked me a question a couple of days ago about whether I am coming back to Nigeria or not. That's something that my husband and I are still trying to decide. I've been working on, well, I'm talking to my doctor because I'm still seeing my doctor for some other things, but I'm trying to figure out with my husband like what our next steps are. So we're kind of in like a limbo stage right now, and that's why I'm trying to like sort myself out. But while I'm here in the US, I decided that I'm gonna still film more videos. I think what I want to do is just have like a couple more videos about my Lost in Lagos series. Um, I I know that a lot of you have questions about living in Nigeria, living in Lagos specifically, and I want to do about 2 or 3 more videos that specifically address that and then kind of like cap it off. And so, if you guys have suggestions on what topics you would like me to cover in those videos, because I know I talked about like the neighborhoods that are in Lagos and different things like that. Somebody asked me about neighborhoods in Abuja, and I lived in Abuja for a year, and I really just lived in one specific part. So I really don't know Abuja as well as I know Lagos. So I don't think I would be the best person to like give you background on living in Abuja. But if you have questions about living in Lagos, you know, definitely send me messages, and I will look at them. And I haven't been able to read everyone's comments through the months because there were some days or weeks where I could just lay in my bed, and that was the only thing I could do. So I'm gonna go through all of like my videos, check all the comments that you guys have left, and then give you an update about that, and hopefully post a couple more videos with that. Also, I want to do some more videos about being a mom. There are a lot of things that people didn't tell me before I got pregnant that, especially being a woman of color or black, that things that affect us that I didn't really know about. So I definitely want to do kind of a series about healthcare while pregnant and being a mom while pregnant. And also, I want to do a specific video about healthcare in Nigeria. And I think that is such a huge thing to consider if you're coming to Nigeria. I think being young and having a healthy body is very different. Like your experience living in Nigeria will be very different than if you were having health issues or if you have any sort of chronic health issues. That is something that I didn't even think about when I moved to Nigeria. And then after getting pregnant and having complications with that, it's something that I seriously considered. And even with my parents and my in laws thinking about retirement and moving back to Nigeria, I already have one parent living in Nigeria, but healthcare is a huge issue. And it's something that you really shouldn't take lightly when you're thinking about moving back because it's intense. Um, okay, so I mean that was the general update. I've had a child, and that's why I took time off, but I will be back with more videos. But I think I addressed the question that that person asked me. I'm so sorry I can't remember your handle, but who asked me on Instagram. I've addressed that question. But I have one question from Ade52286, and she says, "How are you? I trust all has been well, at least I hope. In Jesus' name, I'll be in Nigeria in a few months, and I've been toying with the idea of returning. I have family I can lean on for help, which I'll need. Some of them are quite well to do, but I do not want to ask them for anything. So, my question is about the workforce there. I can't leave New York to make 20K a month. What exactly is a good salary for somebody to be very comfortable? Like when I go to Nigeria, I use like 10K a day. So in a month, that's like 30K or 300,000, excuse me. Now, I know 10K a day is not normal for someone living there. That's holiday enjoyment. But what pays well there? I'm a nurse, and I know nurses don't exactly get paid well. Okay, so it's very true. People in the healthcare industry in Nigeria do not get paid well. And I think it would be a rude awakening if you were in the health industry in another country and you came to Nigeria to work there, I don't think you would enjoy it at all. They don't pay well. A lot of doctors and nurses go on strike quite often because hospitals don't pay them well. And I know several people, including my cousin, who's trying to move to the U.S. in order to practice medicine. So I don't know if that's the lane that you're trying to pursue, but it might. That 300K a month, I'm pretty sure you're not going to touch it as a nurse in Nigeria. Um, Now, in terms of what is a good salary to make when living in Nigeria, it's so hard for me to say because it depends on what your needs are. It depends on where you want to live. It depends on what you want to do on a daily basis. If you're living with family, I think it helps a little bit because you can use your money a little bit more there. Um, hmm. And if you've done NYSC, people are all, if you have not done NYSC and you're planning to do your NYSC there, just know that your NYSC year, people are going to pay you a lot less than you would get paid if you haven't done your NYSC. And there's this big misconception that, like, if you're 30 and above, you don't need to do NYSC. And that's not true. I can tell you from the people that I went to in camp. I mean, I guess you could pay your way out of getting into it, which I can't tell you to do, but I know a lot of people who are over 30 who might kind of bribe their way out of it. But, you know, just know that if you're doing NYSC there, you're not going to get paid well. But let's just nix or put aside the NYSC part. What would be a good salary to make when you're in Nigeria? I'm gonna say a number, and I know that people are either gonna be like, girl, you're tripping, that's too much. And other people might be like, girl, that's too low. How can you live on three or whatever? I will say, for a one person living alone, I'm gonna give you a range. Or I'm gonna give you maybe like where you can start off, where you can be comfortable. I'm not saying that you can't live below that range or that number, but this is just a number that I think people might be okay living at that number, and be okay with, you know, maybe going out to dinner every couple of weeks, saving money to pay for rent, paying for your household needs, all of that stuff. And I'm not saying this as people don't make below this and still live their lives. It's true, people do. But I'm just gonna throw this number out there. Like, a lot of you might be like, you're totally off, but this is a number because people ask me this question all the time. I'll say, like you said, at a 300K, I think you're okay living like that. I know that some people might think 300,000, that's stupid. Like, someone could live for much less or much more. You know, to me, I would feel like 300K is a comfortable-ish, maybe 350 to start making off of. If you're living with family, it could be very comfortable because you probably you wouldn't pay anything in bills. Maybe you'd just be contributing money to your family so that, you know, you're helping out a little, especially if they're well to do. I'm sure they probably wouldn't ask you for money, but like, it's just something where here I'm helping, I'm doing my part. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can like comment below and tell me if you think that that number is off or something. It could be, but that's a number to that might help. Also, I want to say this, and a lot of people have sent me messages about moving to Nigeria, and like, what do you need to do or not do, especially for people who are foreigners. I think if you're not from Nigeria, if you don't have family that's from Nigeria, it's really, really, really risky to just move to Nigeria without a support system. Even though I didn't grow up in Nigeria, I have a lot of family in Nigeria. People that, you know, if shit went left, excuse my language, I could call and I know that, you know, they would be there. They could come to my rescue. from anything from a flat tire to like crazy policemen to I don't know, being like anything could happen. So having a support system is important. And a lot of foreigners, when they move to Nigeria, you'll see them coming in as expats because they have a company that they work for. And with that company comes a form of security because that company can provide you with housing, maybe a driver. They can provide you with people that you can reach out to so that if things go left, there's somebody there. But if you are just an American and you might disagree with me, but if you're just an American living there and you feel as though I just want to move to Nigeria. I've always been excited about moving to Africa. This is it for me. I think that you just have to make some serious considerations about like how are you going to live there and sustain yourself, and then you need a support system. I had a friend, I'll give you a story. I had a friend who worked with me, and she was Nigerian, right? Born in Nigeria, but her entire life basically grew up in the UK. Had no real family in Nigeria, but she just moved there to be with a boyfriend. Now, she and that boyfriend broke up. She had to start living on her own, and just little things would come up that made her realize that not having a support system here is very, very difficult. She'd gotten into car accidents, um, had incidents with like policemen, different things like that, where if you don't really have a support system, it's very hard to be there and to sustain yourself. So that's something to just think about. I know I've kind of gone on a tangent a bit, but I just wanted to share this information with you. But just to recap, I am going to be posting a couple more videos about living in Nigeria for those of you who've come up. Send me your topics. I would love to cover them and just, get all that information out there. I'm going to be doing some more videos about being a mom and giving you that information. I'm going to try and see, like, some of you have left comments, or I can't even check them. I'm so sorry. Yeah, CS said, I can imagine the level of care we are used to and the interaction we get here. Oh my God. In the US is a bit more interactive. I'm glad it turned out well. Thank you, CS. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm gonna have more videos about being a mom. Sorry, the light is changing. I think it's about to rain over here, but I really appreciate you guys coming and checking in on me. I will be posting videos every week going forward, and I would love to hear from you more, and I'll be answering all of your comments below. But thank you guys so much for checking in, and